What's up, everyone? Good morning. I am stoked to be with you here this morning for day one of our 5-day plant powered challenge. This has just been so exciting already to see you all get prepared and really get involved into your eating, and to hear some of you that have messaged me about your goals and really what you want from this. And I am honored to really be in this journey with you and this adventure, and to party with plants, because I know what a difference this has made in my life. It really truly saved my life when I decided to go vegan, and it completely, hello beautiful Michelle, I could, to say that it changed my life is nothing short of what almost feels like a miracle. So I really hope that you get so much out of this next 5 days and beyond, because this is about more than 5 days. This is really about lasting change. And I want to see you grow and find the abundance of health and energy, and really, decrease inflammation. And if you're looking to shed weight, also really kind of, do that too, and gain support too during this. So we're going to go over today's tip, and then I'm also going to share with you how you can enter to win the scholarship for my 7-week program, the Plant Powered Plate, which is, if I do say so myself, a pretty badass program, and just one that I've just had the utmost fun creating. It took us 9 months, my team and I. Thank you, Heather, and to my husband for their help in this to create that program. And so just such a joy to be able to share that with you, and I want to see you all thrive. So let's go over today's tip. So for those of you that were watching the video yesterday, as I welcomed you all into this group, I know we got a lot of new people in this group, so welcome, welcome. We talked a little bit about diets and how you can really make this different. I think most of us have been on a diet before. I don't really know anyone that I've met that hasn't been on a diet in one capacity or another. And we really want to make this not a diet, but really a lifestyle. And so often when we go into something like this, even when it's a healthy shift, it becomes this all or nothing mentality, or this like, I'm giving up stuff, right? Has anybody ever felt that way when they've gone to do something healthy? They're like, okay, I'm giving up all that stuff. I'm getting rid of it, right? And so we focus on all the things we might be giving up. And especially if you're really moving into a vegan lifestyle, or maybe you're just going mainly plant-based, whatever this is for you, instead of focusing on that giving up, right? There's the energy, well, like, I'm not going to have this anymore. I'm not going to have this. And it really kind of wears on you. It feels heavy, because it's like, I can't have, right? We start using that word can't. Hello, beautiful Julie. So happy to see you here. So when we start getting into the can't, then it plays into I can't have this, I can't have that. And there's this feeling of deprivation that kind of begins. And when we feel deprived, then it feels icky. It doesn't feel good. And that's not the purpose of making healthy choices for yourself. And I want you to feel good, and I want you to be involved in this process and really just kind of get sexy with the whole thing, really. So instead of focusing on what you're giving up, I want you to do some mindset training, because this really changing your eating habits is just as much about the emotional and mental process as it is about the physical process of what you're choosing to eat. Because how you think of food shifts what you will put into your mouth. And so when you're going on this, instead of going, okay, I'm not going to have cheese anymore, I'm not going to have that, I want you to instead shift and go, what am I going to have, right? So start thinking about all this delicious food that you're going to have. You're like, oh yeah, like I'm going to have those blueberry chickpea muffins, and start thinking about food. If you've ever been to like a farmer's market, I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and we're talking about the farmer's market. And when you go and there's all this beautiful produce, and you're looking at these, hello, beautiful Anastasia. When you go and you're at the farmer's market and you're looking at like the blueberries or strawberries, and you're like, oh my God, look at them. They're so beautiful. They're red, they're plump, and they're juicy. And you just feel it. And it's just like this almost like sensual experience, because you're like smelling them and you're tasting them, and you're touching them. And like, I personally like to dance around with my fruit, because when something is good, that like, I think it's when Harry met Sally, how she's having her salad, and she's just like, oh, like that whole thing. That is what you are aiming for. When you want to make healthy choices, aim for that, right? So I want you to get into this. If you don't like one of the recipes too, even in this is that's totally fine. Maybe that one's not for you. Look for something that you do like instead. So get really into the feeling of it. If you want to make long-term changes, you need to do this. So start getting excited about like, oh my gosh, I love the blueberry. Aw, my hubby's watching too. So really think about that, right? Like get into that whole feeling of it. Like, yeah, I love blueberries. Like I love strawberries. Oh my gosh, like I love garbanzo beans. I love keep looking at that and change your focus. And that's really going to help you. So you're not like, oh yeah, I haven't had cheese in like a week. Right? Because you weren't thinking about it. It's like the same thing when somebody says, don't think about the elephant in the room. You're like, what elephant? Why are we thinking about elephants? And then, right, you're kind of like obsessed with it rather than it's like, oh, think about an elephant, right? And think about that experience and like, or whatever that is. It's totally different. So instead of focusing on what you can't have, you're going to focus on what you can and want to have, right? You can have anything you want. It's really about creating alignment within that desire. And that's, some people call it manifestation, law of attraction, whatever that is. You can put out whatever label you want on it, but I really want you to focus in on it. So for your implementation today, and this is also how you're going to get points, which I'll explain in a minute, is I want you to think of foods that are already plant-based, that are maybe even secretly vegan, that you already love. Because there's so many foods that you probably already eat that are already really healthy for you. Maybe just you need to make a couple shifts right in them. So think about it, like guacamole. Who doesn't like guacamole? It's amazing. Salsa. Even mustard, hummus, think about butternut squash. Think about soups you already have. Tacos, right? Taco Tuesday, that's a great thing. You're like, oh, okay, but well, usually mine has like cheese and meat. Think about that though, veggie tacos. You can get those a lot of places. So start thinking of what are foods that you already eat that are already plant-based. So I want you to make a list of those. And, we can kind of put them together in our head, but I found that people that really implement this and make this change are ones that actually write it down. So on your computer, your iPad, your phone, if you want to put a piece of paper and keep it in your kitchen, keep it somewhere where you can kind of keep adding to it. Because this is also going to help in recipe rotation. That way you have plenty of items and ideas all the time. That way you're not stuck of going, well, I don't know what to eat. Right? So we want to support you long term. I really want to see you thrive. So start getting out that list and go, yeah, I like guacamole, I like salsa, I love tacos. Like think about all those things and start writing them down. And so for your points and how to win the scholarship to the Plant Powered Plate, here's what you're going to do. So I want to see your list. And this is also how you are going to support others. Right? Because when we support ourselves and then we support others also, right? This is about community too, right? It's like, oh, well, yeah, they had that great idea. Oh, like I love, whatever else it is too. It's like, oh yeah, I love that. Watermelon, didn't even think about that. Whatever it is for you. So write down your list and I either want you to take a picture of it or you can just use a post and post it. Write down your list. What are already some plant-based foods that you already love? And so write down your big old list. And then I want you to post a picture or just write it in the comments below or in a post by itself. It doesn't matter. And please do use the hashtag to be entered to win the scholarship, because this is how I'll be able to track everybody, because we do have a lot of people in the group, is to use the hashtag CMK Challenge. So hashtag CMK Challenge after your list. That way I can be sure to track all your points. So you're gonna get 1 point for your post for your list and 2 points if you post a picture. If you would also like to share it publicly on your page and you really are into this and you want to, share what you're doing with your friends and your family and everyone else, I'm also giving 3 points if you share publicly. Now, make sure to use the hashtag and make sure that your posts are public. Otherwise, I won't be able to see them and track them. And I really want to see you win a scholarship to the Plant Powered Plate. So a point for posting your list, 2 points if you share a picture, and also too, if you have pictures that you want to share, I also am giving points if you want to take some photos of your beautiful food today. So if you're like, I am jamming on those muffins and I just want to show everyone, post a picture of it, right? Show everybody what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be exact to the meal plan. That's totally cool too. Just show us, be involved in this process. The more you're involved in this process, the more success you're really gonna have. And remember that there's no perfection. There's no perfection at all in this as well. It's all about progress and about really treating your body with that love that it so deserves, and you so deserve as well. So get implementing and really get into the spirit of it. So today, if you notice yourself any cravings come up, shift into what you are gonna have that you really already like, right? Keep bringing in that law of attraction, manifestation, whatever you want to call it. Just bring in that really good, like sensual, fun feeling into it. It's gonna be that much easier for you. So get into it, show us your list, because you're gonna also be supporting other people in their journey too. Some people might be stuck, this might be totally new to them, and you might be a lot more experienced than them. So you're also gonna support others, which is amazing. When we support others, we also support ourselves. It's really such a gift. And I'm so excited to see everybody's list and pictures and all this beautiful stuff, because it also just totally riles me up for the day and gives me so much joy to see you all just feeling so good. And so if you have any questions, do tag me. Remember to use the hashtag CMK Challenge. That way I can track all of you, and then we're gonna add up points at the end of the 5 days to see who wins the scholarship as well. And if there is a tie, then I'm gonna do some old school drawing for it as well. So have a fun day today with your food. Focus on all those delicious veggies and fruits and all the rest of that good stuff. And just go out there and rock it and party with those plants. So much love to each one of you today, and so happy to see you. Danica, thank you for joining. My hubby is here too. Anastasia, so glad to see you also from afar. Laura, hello Laura. So happy to have you, and Julie and Michelle, and I think Heather is on, of course, too. Beautiful Heather. So happy to have you all here. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.